Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. We thought we'd only do one match this evening, but we're doing two. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I'm your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Few Loose Screws, and on the right is going to be Team Happy Cloud. This is a Division A matchup for the regulation season. We're not in playoffs just yet for Division A and Heroic Division, but everything else is currently battling it out to find out who will be making it to the Grand Finals in a couple weeks. In the meantime, I'm sure you're sitting at home and you're wondering, wait, Bahamut, I don't care about other leagues or the divisions. I want to know how we got to this map. Don't worry, I got you. The home team this evening is going to be the members of Few Loose Screws. They won the coin flip and opted for first pick priority. They banned out Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines. While Sky and Alterac Pass were banned out by the members of Team Happy Cloud, and Towers of Doom was picked up by the members of Team Happy Cloud for game number 1. Let's go ahead and get right on back into our draft. As Fishy, thank you so much for the 70 biddies. I see that you opted for the 70 instead of the 69 to get yourself that first place. Also, I love the little Kagiri head. That's such a good like tack on right at the end. But very cool intro. Yeah, it was actually this is Covey made it. It's one of the NGS. Oh god, I'm blanking on the name for it, but it's essentially one of the media people, like the editors and things like that for NGS. So they made that and they gave it to all of us casters because they're a beautiful sweet person. And yeah, sorry, I'm just making sure that I have everything all set up on my side. We got our bans through. Let's go ahead and find out who is what's the priority here. Chen first ban on the side of Team Happy Cloud. They do not want to deal with the Panda, Towers of Doom, and he's fallen off a little bit as the weeks have progressed. Like, I remember when he got his changes, people were just like, oh my god. He sits there and staggers everything, and then he just absorbs all the damage. But Kira, first pick priority coming up, from the members of Few Loose Screws. And we actually saw no priority onto her at all between Rewind and Gilly Shark. That was an interesting battle that we had between those two teams to not even see a single contest over the new hero. It doesn't seem like they're too worried about her or care about the value that she brings to the table, but we did see in previous weeks that things like cleanse really mess up her revolving swing. If you end up cleansing someone as the revolving swing comes through and they're on the opposing side into your friendly team, you cleanse then. Well, they drop out of that revolving swing and they're on the wrong side of the battle. But Garrosh Rhaegar on the first two picks on the right hand side. We have a Muradin paired with the Kira, so a lot of dive and aggression so far coming out. Lieutenant Morales will be here as well. Hello? Not a hero we get to see too. I was actually thinking about this earlier. I was like, man, I don't get to see enough Lieutenant Morales play. Like, outside of the Gaily Sharks when they're pretty much running Juice Pirates, I feel like I never see her. Ever. But we're going to be getting it in this game number 1 between these two teams on Towers of Doom, and it's an exciting proposition at the beginning of this matchup to be seeing that happen. I like this. I like this a lot. I think this will be a really fun one, especially with the Lieutenant Morales this early. But Malthael will be banned out. They don't want to deal with any sort of stim. I was going to say nano boosted, but stim boosted Malthael is just not a good time. Even like just stim anything is not a good time. They have this Garrosh Rhaegar. They need more damage. They also need a solo lane, so I would say maybe banning out something against the Kira potentially, because she usually has been running the solo lane from what I've been seeing. And yeah, banning out the Dahaka. They don't want to deal with the global priority from them, and that makes sense. Like that's a good synergy that we often do see a lot of these players go into to kind of deal with the enemy team on a large map like this, as well as a map where you can rotate at the last moment for that global. Next two picks going to be coming out from the members of Team Happy Cloud. So it's a little, ooh, that's a great combo. So they're gonna be, I was like, there's so many different avenues you go here. Do you poke? Do you go for aggression with the Garrosh? They kind of picked up both. Yo, Genglelston, thank you so much for the, I probably said that so horribly, but thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. You too, by the way, if you're interested in getting yourself some Asmopogs, some finger guns, and a gilded beard, you can subscribe for half the price this month. September is currently happening and you can get a cheaper subscription. It gives the full revenue to the streamer, so if you were ever curious to have some of those emotes, or you want to see how much you could use them or what value you can mix in those finger guns into other emotes, this is the month to do it. I hope blue team wins. I'm usually on the blue team. You're hoping that a few loose screws wins because you're on. I like the way you just kind of went around that. That was so very good, but I apologize for missing some of this. They actually go for a Tychus here. Surprisingly enough, they're going to grab an Imperius for the solo lane, and into that Tychus with the Stim drone, that might be a little rough. Like, that could be a rough game right there. What do you think, Bandit? He's like... He's not sleepy at all today. I took him on 2 walks, and he's just like, yeah, I'm ready to sit here and stream. Actually, he's ready to go sit by the front door while there's bears outside, but seems like it calmed down because he hasn't been running out of the room. Either way, thanks for everyone who's coming by and watching these games. I'm super excited to get into our second set this evening between the members of Few, Loose Screws versus Team Happy Cloud. As I said before, this is a Division A matchup. Yo! Fishy, thank you so much for a tier 1 subscription. 2 months of support.
I will follow you.
Fine.
The world. Subscribed.
Yo!
Fine here.
Thank you so much, Fishy. I'm so glad I could coax you into getting some asthma pogs and some finger guns. Enjoy that. Also, Kaleo, how's it going, bud? Let's go ahead and get into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Few Loose Screws. Infinite Loop is going to be on the Lieutenant Morales. Lumpico is going to be on the Tychus. Akasha is going to be on the Kael'thas. Funk Panda, probably the reason we saw that Shen being banned out, is going to be on the Muradin. And Kira will be played by the real Ragnarok. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Team Happy Cloud. We're going to be having Galaxy Quest on the Greymane. We have a pause coming out from another player, so we're just going to go ahead and do one of these numbers. Welcome back. Hi. Oh no, they're trapped. How you doing tonight, Kaleo? It's a situation. Apparently someone's having a little bit of a lag issue. They're saying situation. We have no game after this, so I'm good. I'm not in a rush anywhere. I mean, I could go to bed, but who wants to sleep? I like the finger guns and the fish. That's so good. I don't know what these players are saying to each other, so I'm just gonna yeah. You weren't clever enough for you, Kappa? Are you what? Is it because that there's the lashes blackout? Alrighty. Try upgrading from Windows Vista. Dang. Okay. I don't think it's supported anymore. Cool. I'm exhausted. I've been grinding Dead by Daylight all day, and I ended up getting the thing I wanted with 15 minutes to spare, so not even close. Bandit appears to want sleep. Sam, I agree. I actually took a nap before the stream because I was so exhausted from today. I don't know why. Like, I could not stay awake today. So I took like a short, like 20-minute nap. And I feel a little bit better. I was trying to make a look at the finger guns were caught in the cyclone. They were. They did. They looked like that to me. I just got caught off guard by a fish. So, yeah, it just... I'm just trying to find out what the issue is. I think I want sleep too. I agree. We all need it. Okay. All right, let's pull it on back. Alrighty, on the right-hand side, we got the members of Team Happy Cloud. Ferret will be on the Jaina, Galaxy Quest will be on the Greymane, we have Delta on the Rhaegar, Brett Michaels will be on that Garrosh, and we have Red House going to be on the Imperius. Brett Michaels, literally the worst wrestler. Wow. Just aggressive Wow, I was gonna say Bret Michaels is almost going down at the beginning of this fight, and that would have been just an aggressive call out and then an aggressive clap at the same time at the beginning. We do have the fatal wounds coming out for this Kira at level 1. We're going to be seeing Red House in the top lane right now. I'm just looking through the level 1 talents and trying to also get an idea of what it looks like in the rotations across the map for now. We do see, I think it's going to be 4-member rotations between mid and bottom. We also do have the Funk Panda anchoring for the friendly team, and that's going to be a really, really strong asset right there to be able to kind of scout and get vision and give vision while you're rotating between these lanes. Kael'thas is going to be already going back up into mid lane. They did go for the Mana Addict at level 1. Jaina did go for the Fingers of Frost at level 1. So they're going to be going for those 2 questing talents. 20 is going to be the cap for both of them, but, well, I guess it's going to be the cap for Jaina. For Kael'thas, that's where he just needs to get the Arcane Barrier. After that, it is going to scale indefinitely, or not scale, but stack indefinitely, and you'll be able to bring up that total mana pool for Kael'thas, as well as be able to increase the Mana Barrier as well. Late games are late? Yeah, they are a little bit late. Well, I honestly was just like, I'm gonna grab one game today and then, like, get off my computer, go to bed early, and be a responsible adult. And then I laughed at myself as I was saying that because I was like, you know that's not gonna be the case. And here we are in game number 2. But either way, like, I'm super I've been looking forward to casting all day, so we're here. We got a game that, like, lined up perfectly. Why not? Like, at least let's get more games in front of our faces and see what's going to be happening within the Nexus Gaming series. But we do see just some of those questing talents being worked through at level 1. Nothing major for either of these teams just yet, as they are going to be approaching those 4. Lieutenant Morales, ooh, that's into the rhythm for the Tychus right there. Going to be bringing up that minigun duration, but we actually have a fight breaking out in bottom lane a little bit as they're trying to push up these sappers. Funk Panda can be thrown around. 1, 2 sappers going. I don't think the third one got in. Bret Michaels taking a lot of damage right now. They don't spread the chain bomb around too much right there, and looks like we do just see our force coming through for both these teams. This first objective will be announced here in the next 30 seconds. This should be a good game though. Oh, absolutely. That was also one of the reasons I was like, I know both these teams. Like, I know some of the players on both these teams. This should be a pretty good matchup, so it's definitely worth picking up. It would have gotten replay casted, but as I said, we're here, we're live. The stars lined up. Let's do it. I can always sleep in a little bit tomorrow. Like 30 minutes. Alrighty, it's 5-5 in our levels. We are going to be seeing first objective picked up, and it looks like top left and top right are going to be traded out, but the fun is going to be breaking out down in our bottom to mid position over here as oh, the flame strike will be able to connect right there. They pick up the first blood onto that Rhaegar. They're going for the channel. No one going to be able to get the stall into infinite loop. Ooh, that's a nice double gravity lapse as well. We have Kira diving in as well. Funk Panda is able to step further forward, and Kira is able to pick up the kill. Concussion grenade gonna knock back Bret Michaels a little bit right there, and we'll be back into our rotations once again. But the members of Fiulu Screws looking pretty tight right now. Yo, Mikey, how's it going, bud? Thanks for coming by. Being a responsible adult is no fun. I agree, KPB. I agree so very much. We're live, baby. And it's been, hey, Bandit, yeah. He's here. He's here giving some breakdown and analysis. I just don't want to be an adult for like a week. That's really about it. I mean, that's basically called vacation, which is coming up in October. Oh, I look forward to it. BlizzCon and weddings and all the travels. 7-6 in our levels, and we should be seeing. Ooh, actually, hold on. We're gonna be having a Relentless Soldier as well for this Tychus, which makes sense into the Garrosh here, as well as those the Imperius as well. So it's just gonna be able to get a little bit more. You can get safely out of some of those hairy situations. Seems like as though it will be both of the Sapper camp's going to be picked up here, going to be forced in the lane. We do have that cleanse on the Rhaegar, so we'll see if the revolving sweep will be getting the value they're looking for, or will they be able to cleanse it out in time and deny it. You can see Bret Michaels is walking forward right there, trying to find a toss on an infinite loop. They do get their Sappers into bottom lane. That's going to be a great pickup for the members of Team Happy Cloud. 8-8 in our levels. Team Happy Cloud trying to make this defense so the Sappers don't get forcing this bottom lane, but they're just playing this a little bit slower, a little bit safer. We do have another altar popping up in this bottom position. You did hear the laugh across the map as well for a second there, meaning the boss is up and available at the 5-minute mark. And we do have the Garrosh with the Indomitable V stepping further forward onto Olympico as the Imperius does get picked off, so it's going to be a 1-for-none trade. And so far it's 4-0 in these trades, and they're getting the cleanse onto Ferret. Can they step further forward? Looks like Tychus might have the damage as Funk Panda dives forward trying to get the Goomba onto said Jaina. Might have been the case right there, but Funk Panda is a little bit too far forward as they get their first kill on the side of Team Happy Cloud, and that will be 4 more shots going into their core. Let's go ahead and jump over to the stats and the numbers. We'll get an idea of what those look like before we get into our 10 talent tier. See what the damage numbers, healing, and the experience looks like for both of these teams. 10 level though, or 10 talent tier, not too far. Oh. Concussion grenade from Lieutenant Morales have been very, very on point consistently throughout this game, and I'm surprised they didn't go into clear right now. I'm no healer main, so I will have to look into that a little bit further, but I personally like to go clear because you can just be such an obnoxious force with that. Akash is trying to get right out of there. Yeah, that was a little bit of a risky spot as they popped the Indomitable and just chased right into him. 10 talent tier will be here in favor for the members of Few Loose Screws as Team Happy Cloud going to be on the defensive side of this. Looks like we do have Ragnarok and Red House in this top lane, going to be going back and forth. And final strike for the Kira, so we're not going to be seeing any sort of the Omni Strike or the Blade Storm or the I don't even know what to call it because I don't know the name of it properly. But they are going to be trying to push into this bottom lane a little bit further. And Funk Panda stepping further forward onto this. They do have the Avatar form, so no Haymaker right there. That's going to be a lot of damage onto Ferret, who does get into the fray, or I guess more or less out of the fray right now. Phoenix does come out as well. That will be the Stim Drone going to be on Lampico, and they're trying to get value with this. They're like, let me just at least walk up and try and burn down the well. That's the least I could. Oh, I was going to try and click and see what their attack speed buff was going to be changed to at that time, but they're going to be sitting at 44 stacks on that in the rhythm, and this is also going to be 10 talents here picked up for the members of Team Happy Cloud. And now stepping further forward onto this Galaxy Quest, going to get hit with that Flame Strike, as we do have another altar popping up here in this mid-bottom position. I don't know, chat, what do you call this? I don't know, it's not technically mid, but it's not, oh my god, the Ancestor healing is so perfectly timed as Tychus gets picked off right there, but Brett Michaels a little bit low. Warlord's Challenge comes out, they're trying to get the kill onto Funk Panda, who pops the Avatar form, and Dominable's going to be used, and they end up not walking out right there. Funk Panda does get sniped right at the end by the Ice Lance, and Greymane gets picked off as well. Looks like the members of Team Happy Cloud have found themselves a couple kills and found themselves one altar of their own. They're going to be putting in 4 points of damage into the enemy's core, taking them down to 32-28 in our 7-3 kill game. 11-11 in levels. We have Sapper Camps going to be picked up on the right-hand side. Let's actually get the vision pick shown right now for the members of the red team. Get an idea of what they're seeing while they have this small advantage in a sense. I mean, it was a 2-for-2 trade, I believe, in that engagement, but the enemy team did kind of back off in it and just allowed that to go over. So while that was happening, they're like, cool, we can grab our siege camp, or excuse me, our Sapper Camp, push that in through the bottom lane potentially and get that fort down. But the enemy team is going to respond with their own, and Lampico almost getting caught with the Groundbreaker right there. Going to be thrown around a little bit here and there as we do see these Sappers stepping up to the front lane. We do have Galaxy Quest with this chain bomb onto them, stepping right by the Sappers, so it's going to help them clear out. Warlord's Challenge onto Kira, gets the toss out as well. Ragnarok in a bit of a rough spot, but they get the healing just in time. Galaxy Quest has the chain bomb. They go down as well as the Garrosh. It's a 2-for-none trade, and now with 3 Sappers of their own, they're going to pop the Tychus Commandeer Odin and move this into lane. I think they had the Stim Drone thrown onto them as well at the last second. No, it's okay. It's already over. How long is the total duration for that? 10 seconds? Okay. Because I saw it, I was just like 70 seconds. And Tychus looked like they were shimmery, but it seems like that might have just been ending. Top lane going to be cleared out or getting pushed back by Red House right now. They could try and go for a pickup there. Doesn't seem like that's what they're going for. Kira going to be going for 1 lane of clear, but I think this is, you don't do this. Like, you give this over. You be with your friendly team, so that way you can try and go for these 2 objectives. Also, maybe even go for the defense on this bottom lane as Funk Panda pops the Avatar form. They're going to be taking a lot of damage as the Warlord's Challenge comes out as well. Going to get tossed away as they Dwarf Toss right back in, gets the stun, and Dominable will be used. They're fighting underneath the keep, and that will be a pick onto the Garrosh. Now Kira rotating back in. I will eat my words and say that they played that absolutely perfectly. Ragnarok and friends communicating that so very well. Does Delta get the bite in time? No, they don't. And now they step further forward onto this, and Funk Panda dives out as well. They're trying to get the kill. Ferret gets the Ancestor healing. Kael'thas goes for the channel in the bottom. That's going to be 10 shots total into the core of the members of Team Happy Cloud. 32-18 in core health right now, as bottom lane was that extra shot, giving them the 10 total. You can call it bottom, I think, but if you have 2 towers that spawn in bottom lane, You should say top and bottom, upper and lower maybe. Oh, okay. Yeah, upper and lower bottom lane. I think that's a better way to say it, Kaleo. I agree. Because bottom lane and then upper and then lower. I think we figured it out. Thank you, Kaleo. And thank you once again to everyone who's hanging out and supporting the stream. I really appreciate all the lurks and all the cheering and just everything. Thank you for being here. I love you all so very much. 14 to 13 in our levels, and they're continuing to hold over this bottom lane. This is something that a lot of teams do in their own games, and the reason they're doing this is, and the reason I'm also, oh, hold on, wait, no, we're going to be getting a fight right now. It's Funk Panda taking so much damage. They get the Dwarf Toss over the wall, but that's not enough. They don't have the Avatar form. Wrath of Angiris pulling the Lieutenant Morales down over here as they go for the dive, and that will be the big old blow up onto Lieutenant Morales. I didn't mean to zoom in that far, but it was just way too good as Galaxy Quest is getting the chase onto this. That is going to be Garrosh throwing around Lampico a little bit. Ragnarok is looking for the chase onto Galaxy Quest, who has that Eyes in the Dark. Fatal Strike was used right there, but they don't find a pick onto it. That's a triple altar phase coming up, but I think the Lieutenant Morales and the Murden should be back in time. Oh, wait. Yeah, they'll be up just in time for this, but they're going to have to play this aggressive if they want to go for any defense on the side of few loose screws. Team Happy Cloud starting to build some momentum in their favor here with the strike through the wall right there as they're trying to work their way up into that 200 stacks for Fatal Wounds. They did buff that recently, or I guess not so much buff it as increase the necessary stacks to finish out from 150 to 200, but look at this. This is what I was talking about. The way that they're positioning and the way they're playing this, they're able to jump onto these points right now, and Lampico is trying to stall them out. That's going to be a gravity lapse onto a couple of players. They get this Phoenix out as well, and Sister Healing comes out in time, but that won't be enough as that it will be Garrosh going down. They find a Jaina as well. Delta and Galaxy Quest are able to make it out. Kosh going for the channel. Imperius trying to get this in time, and they actually get it in time. Only 3 shots rain in, and that'll be 28 to 11, but now they want to continue to make it 4 more shots as this will be Boss being picked up in the top area, taking them down to a total of, me trying to do math live on stream, 7 health. There we go. Oh my god. I kept wanting to say 9. I'm like, that's not right. And 8's not right either. Like, come on, you can do it. You can math. But it's also going to be 16 talent tier in favor for the members of few loose screws. We're going to check out the 16 talent tiers in just a second here for the members of Team Happy Cloud, and then we'll rotate through some of those damage numbers, healing numbers, and experience, get an idea of what those look like as the game has progressed here. We also do have a double altar phase in this top area. That's going to be Ragnarok taking a lot of damage. They dive in. That's going to be Greymane trying to go for the kill. Wrath of Angiris pulling them back. They want to go for this kill into Kira. They toss them. The chain CC coming out from Team Happy Cloud right there. So well communicated, so well coordinated. They're going to be able to get the pick onto Kira, and that's going to be 42 seconds onto them. They're going to open up mid lane a little bit further. Double altar phase will be popping up in a couple seconds here. They're going to be hoping and praying that on the side of few loose screws, they're going to be able to have the Kira spawn before okay, so they will have the Kira spawn beforehand, because you can see that it's a 30-second announcement, and I didn't look at when the last one's ended, but I believe it's a minute 30 from when you have the last one being channeled to the first or the next announcement, so it's 2 minutes total. And so that will allow them to get their Kira back in time. They do have this channel into the center, so they can utilize that to jump back into this fight and get into the top lane a little bit faster. But if it's currently, it's even on the board. Also, this double altar phase could be game ending in favor for the members of Few Loose Screws. They've only got 7 core health on the side of, Funk Panda needs to get out of there, but on the side of Team Happy Cloud. They go for the defense for now. Imperius is going to be backing off. They're just going to be able to get this channel on the left-hand side. Now, they see this happening on the right, and I don't think they're going to make it there in time, so they just back off and say, cool, we're going to put you in this kind of checkmate position in a sense, and now we want to feed sappers in through this bottom lane. And if they can get the bell tower conversion and feed in the 3 sappers, you can end that way as well. Look at Funk Panda anchoring for the team and just getting the vision for them. Oh, I'm on the wrong vision controller. There we go. I just at least want to show this advancement coming in and how they're going to be playing this into the back, because they don't want to give over any advantage on the side of a few loose screws. Bright Michael's going to step on the point. They will be able to steal that away, and Sister Healing comes out as well. Tychus with the nano boost, or excuse me, the stim drone as well, going to be getting so much damage in this Commandeer Odin. That's going to be the Murden going down initially in this fight, as they also did pop the Avatar farm. Infinite Loop is so very low as well, as they get the pick onto Lieutenant Morales. They've also find themselves a Kira kill in the backline. This is going so sideways for the members of Few Loose Screws, and I've said this before in many Towers of Doom games, it doesn't matter how far ahead you are. I have seen so many 22-3 games go down to the wire, go down to the final objective, go down to a boss call. Towers of Doom is such a monster of a map. I thought I was like, why are we not seeing stats? I thought I pushed the right button there, but we will get those stats right in front of you, whether or not we showed them before. I honestly do not remember off the top of my head. Just been paying attention to the fights that have been breaking out here and there, but it's 18-18, 12-9 in kills, 22-3 in core health. The members of Team Happy Cloud are going to be converting this bottom bell tower, and they've got sappers walking in through the lane as well. They could try and feed these in. They've got 20 seconds left before the objective will be up and available for channel. And they're just going to try and, I think, yeah, they're going to try and zone these in and make their way in with this. And this is what you'd expect. Pajati says, sorry for murdering your name, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Sorry for missing it a little bit ago. I am horrible with pronouncing internet names, but thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. And there's Red House with the channel for now, and that will be 5 shots into the core. Oops, there we go. Into the core of Few Loose Screws. They back off. Boss is not up for a few more seconds here, right? It's another 60 seconds, but look at Kieran mid. I don't think they were showing, but Ragnarok does not want to get caught out in any way, shape, or form. Now they're going to work their way into this mid lane. They want to try and convert this. They see that the enemy team is on this bottom bell tower. We can actually get the vision for Rhaegar right now. So Delta's seeing, you know, this is what they're seeing. They know Kira's in top lane, so they know they're not going to get flanked by that. Mid lane will be converted back over, and mid lane will be converted over, and bottom lane will be converted back over. Upper, bottom lane. I guess lower mid lane, upper bottom lane. That works out either way. They're going to be having this single altar phase coming up here, and I think they want to try and convert this next tower as well. Potentially even start the barrage. Clean's going to be going out as well as the toss will be getting them right out of there. Ancestor Healing connects onto Brett Michaels just in time. 19 to just about 20 as they are trying to push up into this lane, but they're going to be able to force them back on the side of You Lose Screws. This game is such a tense moment because you're so close to ending it. You've got so many options to end the game. Unfortunately, it's just not happening for you. Boss is up in 6 seconds. They convert this back over. You can hear the laugh across the map. I just want to get vision for this right now. Brett Michaels anchoring. Single altar phase in the upper bottom position. Boss does go over as well. They don't try and contest that as it's 20 to 20 in talent tiers. We have the unleashed potential for Kira here. Reset the cooldown. Oh my god. Okay, and all abilities as well. Oopsie. Well, let's see. Can they defend this on the side of Team Happy Cloud? The time is now. They've got a Sapper Cave coming through bottom. That won't end the game either. Huge Celestial. Oh my god, the blow up onto Kael'thas. It was so much damage came out right there, but that's going to be the Wrath of Angiers pulling one member out as well. Tychus does go down. That's going to be Lieutenant Morales out as well. The members of Team Happy Cloud finding their stride. I feel like top, mid, bot is still fine to describe all the altars. Okay. Sorry, I thought someone was going for the channel right there, but they're gonna get this bell tower converted over in their favor, so they go for 5 shots. I was gonna say, is Kira going for the cheeky play? I think they know. They're wise to this. Keep destroyed. Well done. Okay, she doesn't go for it. She shows a mid lane. They're not gonna go for this one. This is a little greedy. I don't think Kira can get to it. No one else can really get to it in time. But it's a touch greedy. But I see the value, like there's so much value with the dead timers as long as they are. This is really, really, really strong. 6 shots will reign over in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud. They're gonna get the top one converted as well. This is the barrage gonna be starting. If you're new to this map or you're new to heroes in any way, shape, or form, if you get all 3 of the bell towers in your favor and you have all 6 on the map, what happens is the barrage will begin. So right now we're going to be seeing all 6 go over. The barrage will begin right now, and it's going to be shooting over 1 every single time it connects. Oh, actually, I thought it was way quicker. I thought it was just almost like a little more rapid fire, but these are starting to work their way through. They should get 1 more off before the bottom lane gets converted over, and that's going to put them down to 4 core health. They've got the sappers coming through. They were wishing, they would have wished right there for 1 more shot to rain through, but it won't be the case, and now they want to try and push these over. A fun fact, you can actually use Garrosh into the fray to throw one of the sappers into the death zone, and that will get you the shot in your favor. My idea regarding the towers got misunderstood. Oh, okay. It made sense to me, Kaleo. I don't think I've ever had anyone complain in chat, but I just wanted to figure out like a good way to say it consistently, because every time I'm just like, I'm not sure. Not too sure about this, but do you have Commandeer Odin going to be coming out right now, and they're going to be pushing on into this bottom lane with these sappers. They won't be able to end this, but either team, it's a double altar phase. We're in a bit of a pickle here. I'm not going to lie, because either of these altars will win it over for either team. They need to be posturing for this. I don't think they need to be going for the camp on the side of Team Happy Cloud, because look at Ragnarok's already down here. They got to split their team. This is such a rough and crazy spot to be, and I'm going to do my best to try and keep an eye on everything, as we do have Imperius above us. They are going to try and go for the channel. Looks like there's a couple others up there as well. We do have the Stim Drone onto the Lompico. There's also the Ice Block coming off from the Jaina. That's going to be fair, taking so much damage. I don't think they live through that, as they end up going down right there. Kira going for the channel. Imperius will be going for the stall for now. Galaxy Quest will be getting stalled out right there. Infinite Loops gets the cleanse onto them. They have Rhaegar going down. Meanwhile, just above us, the Fail Strike comes out. Red House will be going down. Lieutenant Morales goes down over here, but they're not paying attention over in the top area. Ragnarok gets the channel, and that is going to be the members of View taking game number 1. 21 minutes into the game, down to the wire. GG. Well played. I didn't make enough tea. Left, right, middle, and bottom. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it is technically middle. It's weird to say middle, and it's not technically in middle, but I don't know. As I said, like, I've never had anyone complain to me, and that's probably a better way to say it, honestly. No, my boys, what a pal. What's up, bud? Hey, it's a best of 3, so they can bring it back. And seems like Team Happy Cloud was on the verge of taking that. Really great casting, very analytical style. Thank you so much. I'm just going to go with Aruba. Aruba Overwatch. Unless it's pronounced differently, but thank you so much. I appreciate the support, and I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. I try and bring you the best games that I can. Ooh, let me show stat their talents once again as my co-caster has re-entered the room. I think I need to go. I might need to fulfill his water dish quickly. So they're gonna take that. Okay. We're going to try and get lobby set up, and then maybe I'll run and go fill up his water dish, because it might be empty, and that's the reason he might be constantly leaving the room. But either way, let's pull back. Let's also update the team scores. That's not right. I thought I had the right one selected. There we go. All right, they want that. Where is... Oh, wait. Yeah, I had it backwards. All right, this team is gonna be... Oopsie. I flipped everything in my head. Bandit needs to train... Baja needs to train Bandit to talk. He's such a good boy, though. Bahamut doesn't need no co-cast. Can't handle the two. What's up, Dunstick? How you doing, bud? Glad you made it home safely. I hope your trip was really, really fun. We're getting it. We're actually gonna get it, team. It's happening. Oh, I am so excited about this. It's finally happening. A team actually chose this map. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Phew. And this was won by them, right? Yes, because they wanted that. All right, cool. Let's get this all going. Pick observer, set to referee. Invite to game. All right. Kira gets caught out of position. It looks like she's barking up the wrong tree. Bandit. That's so very good. Oh, That is very Bandit. Let me also go ahead and update all of this. They wanted first pick on the side of team 2. All right, swap them over, and let's get the other team in here as well. And let's get going into game number 2 in just a second here. Mines, don't give me that faith and that hope. You know what? I should make a tournament in which teams have to play on all the maps. Like the map pool is just the maps that no one likes. Like it's all Blackheart's Bay, it's not Cursed Hollow, Hanamura, Haunted Mines, Raxus Holdout, because why not? Everyone hates it. Sky Temple maybe? Like Sky Temple's kinda in the rotation a bit, but not really. I think Ferret's on this team, yeah. So is this player. Oh, we're just getting the rest of that team in here. Okay, no big deal. But yeah, Dunkstick, I hope you had a very, very fun trip. I don't know where you went, but it looked very warm. I mean, you already live in a pretty warm place to begin with. I think this person gets captain, and I think this person gets captain? Dovercap, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. On that note, while we're waiting for this last player to get in here, if you are enjoying the stream, you enjoy the content you see, I do a lot of casting typically Monday through Thursday. On the weekends, I'll be doing Testbook Collegiate series as well, so definitely keep an eye out for that. It won't be on my channel. I think it'll be over on the Bliss Heroes channel. That starts this weekend. I think it's noon PDT, so 3 o'clock EDT. Oh my god, Weenus! Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs! Cosmonaut, Ramathuran, Lesh, Untapped, Ivan, thank you so much, Weenus, for the 5 gifted subs, and all of you enjoy your asthma pogs, your finger guns, and your gilded beards in chat. Thank you so much, Weenus, for all those gifted subs. You did not have to do that. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for the 69 biddies as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Subscribed.
I keep itching my nose because the mustache hair keeps tickling my nose, and I can't, like, it just keeps curling back, and it's maybe a little bit too much information, but still. Thought I'd share that one. But seriously, Weenus, thank you so much. You did not have to do that. I thank you for the support, my friend.
To the end of the world.
I can't.
Subscribe.
I will keep thanking you because I cannot thank you enough. I'll miss you this weekend as well. I'm bummed out that there's no D&D this Saturday. I look forward to that so much, and your puns. Your puns, as I said, like when we were playing Underlords on
To the end of the world.
Oh my god, was that was yesterday. We were just playing Underlords for hours, but seriously, like I really do appreciate your jokes. As much as I scoff at them, I really do appreciate them, and thank you seriously so much. I can't thank you enough. Dark
follow you.
Krezel, I think I got it right. Thank you so much for the follow, first off, and also, how are you doing? Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a wonderful night, my friend. Just that right at the end, just to round it out, so very good. They got bugged. Okay. All right, we're waiting for one more player to get in here, and then we will be getting into our game number 2. Did I update everything on my end as well? Yo, seriously though, if you have not followed Weenus, you definitely should. You should be watching his content because he's such a good boy. He's so enjoyable to watch. Oh, Bandit perked up because he thought. You know what? For all those gifted subs, and while we wait for another person, come here, bud. Want one of these? Want one of these? Can I have a high five? Good boy. Good boy. Can I have one more? Good boy. Yeah. You want one more? Can I have a high five this side? This side? Good boy! Alright, there you go. Take it. Good boy. Yes. Yes, you're a very good boy. Alright, we got the last player in here as well. Where are you going crazy? Where are you going crazy? Alright, going, good luck, have fun. Alright, I just want to make sure everything's set up on my side. I like how I was just like, sorry guys, I was giving Bandit a treat, and they're like, no, take your time, that's important. Alright, alright, we're gonna be going now. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be going into game number 2, and I'm sure you're all excited about this as I am, because it is going to be Braxis Holdout. Welcome, everybody, to game number 2 in our best of 3 series between the members of Few Loose Screws versus Team Happy Cloud. This is a Division A matchup for the Nexus Gaming series, and if you're at home and you're wondering how we got to Braxis Holdout, don't you worry, don't you fret, don't you fear, because Weenus gave 5 subs, and so now we can tell you. The home team this evening is going to be the members of Few Loose Screws. They won the coin flip and opted for first pick priority in game number 1. Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines was the 2 maps banned out by them. Team Happy Cloud banned out Volskaya and Alterac Pass. They picked up Towers of Doom as game number 1 and lost it. They opted for first pick in game number 2, and so Braxis Holdout will be the choice from Few Loose Screws, and this is why I was so excited about this, because I never get to see Braxis Holdout. Teams just ban it out constantly. No one likes it. Oh my god. Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much for gifting the sub to Ulysses. Thank you so much, Ulysses. Enjoy your asthma pug, your gift, your finger guns, and your gilded beard. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for supporting the stream, and thank you for supporting. I was gonna say Weenus because I was reading chat, but thank you for supporting Bandit mostly. Literally with the subs that we have tonight, we've basically paid for like another bark box, which is already on the way. Like, as I said, we ordered 6 months of bark boxes. We're gonna keep doing it because I think you all enjoy him opening up those bark boxes, and I think he loves them as well. Plus, I have more treats than I know what to do with. But we have a composition that's starting to come through right now, and this is going to be a Greymane Jaina going to be banned on the left-hand side, and we have a Chen and a Zarya being banned out on the right. Gul'dan will be our first pickup on the right-hand side. Really good wave clear, really good poke onto these shrines. You have great clear into the Zerg wave as well, but that's going to be a Murden Kael'thas on the left-hand side. We saw how much value Akash got in the last game on this Kael'thas, and the chain bomb seemed to be, I wouldn't say a difficult thing for Team Happy Cloud to deal with, but I feel like they were spreading that bomb quite a bit, and that might be something you need to consider going into game number 2 here. Get Swerved, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream and enjoying the content. I support Weenus too, morally. He's a good boy. He's such a good boy. Thank you, everyone who's hanging out. Kaylee, also thank you for doing the shout out for Weenus. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for being the best mod. Gul'dan, Joanna, Ana, that is such a strong composition. You have the nano boost from the Ana, you have the range healing from her. The Biotic Grenade is a great healing mitigator as well as buff for the friendly team. Joanna's just great for grouping minions as well as the enemy team. And now we have this Murden Kael'thas on the left-hand side. Ban-wise, I'd be looking to ban out something. I was actually thinking something more in the solo lane department, but they're going to get rid of that Raynor. They do not want to deal with the constant sustained damage that he can bring to the table, and that a Rexar will be banned out as they don't want to deal with that in the solo lane on the side of Team Happy Cloud. Really actually banning out quite a few heroes that rule in that solo lane, and maybe just, you know, they're confident in their 4-stack, but they're a little weary on their solo lane play, and that's maybe the reason why they're prioritizing what that solo laner doesn't want to deal with, and maybe even just the overall team as well, because all those heroes are extremely impactful and so strong. But a Junkrat will be picked up for sustained damage as well as some great point control and a little bit of CC. Anduin with more control into the fight with that Leap of Faith as well as the Holy Word Salvation, or you can go into Light Bomb. Actually, Light Bomb with a Junkrat with the Concussion Mine with Ripper Air, so you can basically Ripper Air into the enemy team, and then no, that's just. Someone try that out in a scrim and let me know if it works, please, because I feel like that would be awesome. But in Arthas is gonna be, give me a Syndragosa game, give me a Syndragosa game. Ooh, and it looks like I'm gonna be making a stop into this game as well. Falstead gonna be making it in here. Side note, Falstead with the Ghost, the Spectral Buccaneer is probably his best skin. Like, the Buccaneer skin's good, but it was so expensive, but in the Spectral version, just like, that was worth every bit to me. Like, the regular one, I was like, yeah, it's cool, but like the Spectral is so much better. I apologize, they need a solo lane right now to go into the Arthas, and maybe something damage, percentage-based damage like a Malthael wouldn't be horrible here. I like this a lot. I really, really like the composition coming out from Few Loose Screws. I think that the overall front line and the sustained damage out from Team Happy Cloud is really powerful, but the Malthael getting into the backline is going to be something they need to worry about, and there's really nothing to shut down like a Last Rites onto an Ana. Like, there's no bunker, there's nothing, like, I don't think there's like, if you throw the Last Rites onto Joanna, yeah, she just Iron Skin, she's fine. Gul'dan, I think he's SOL if he gets last rights and he's below 50% health. Same thing with Falstead, but actually Falstead might be able to get, if you go into the barrel roll upgrade at level 4, I think it's updraft if I'm not mistaken, you can get a little bit of shielding from your barrel roll, or maybe you go into the lightning rod at level 4 and you get that extra shielding from the lightning rod. I might have that mixed together. I think barrel roll just increases the distance that you can barrel roll from with updraft, and I think the lightning rod, which I'm thinking of the shielding, the static shield I believe it's called, is going to be a better way to maybe mitigate the potential damage coming in, because you're adding, I don't know if it works like that because it's your current health pool, but we'll see. It uses your current missing health against your current health pool. Don't know if shielding matters, but either way, what matters is the game, and we got that in front of our faces. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Few Loose Screws with up 1 game in our best of 3 series, trying to close it out on Brax's holdout. Infinite Loop will be on the Anduin, Lamprico will be on the Junkrat, Akash will be on that Kael'thas. We have the Funk Panda on Murden once again, and Ragnarok will be on the Malthael. On the right-hand side, trying to take us to game number 3, we got the members of Team Happy Cloud. Red House is going to be in the solo lane on the Arthas. Jumping on down into the bottom lane, we've got the Ferret on Gul'dan. Brett Michaels will be on the Joanna. We have Galaxy Quest going to be on the Falstad, and Delta will be on the Ana. Let's go ahead and look at our level 1s here. We do have Fear the Reaper, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so they're going to be able to increase their movement speed and move through units. Kind of like how Dahaka works with the Dark Swarm. There's no movement speed from that, but there's just being able to move through units. So if someone is body blocking Malthael when they use the when they try and get that Rip Soul, I'm not thinking of the right name, but once they get the Reaper's mark and they're able to dive into the back line using that Fear Death, excuse me, I can't, Fear the Reaper, man. Fear the Reaper to be able to move back into the friendly team, but that's also going to be some, this is also, oh wait, hold on. Felflame, excuse me, Pursuit of Flame for the Felflame at level 1 on Gul'dan. This is like old Braxis holdout. This is the old way you used to play them with Gul'dan, because the Felflame clear, once you stack that up, is so quick. Also the AoE increase, I think it's a 10% range increase, radius increase, so you can get faster wave clear into the Zerg wave with that. Falstad is also going to be going to the hammering and being in the solo lane. This is exactly where you want to be, but hello convection stacks on Kael'thas. Tonight's stream is brought to you by nothing. Seriously, nothing. The writer I hired to write these couldn't pay the bills, so now you're left with these generic ads. Kaleo, like, the day that I make partner, and if there's any way, shape, or form that I can, like, choose my ads, I just want you to be the one. It's just like, can we choose the most pointless? Like, can I make my own Twitch ads that are just absolutely pointless? I don't care about making revenue off of them. I just want to be a joke when people actually have to watch them. Maybe just give bits instead. Like, give the bits to the viewers. Don't give me any of the ad revenue. We do see the point being controlled right now by Infinite Loop, and Brett Michaels gonna be stepping further forward on this. Galaxy Quest gonna throw out some damage as well. Let's jump into the top lane really quickly. We'll try and keep an eye on the health bars for bottom lane to make sure no one goes down, but just curious to see how that 1v1 is gonna be shaping up between these two members. Galaxy Quest really starting at 14 stacks pretty early into this game. Convection sitting at 5 for this Kael'thas. Yo, Zoo Rules, what's up, bud? Thanks for coming by. I don't know if you're saying unlucky to what, but I'm assuming it's to the fact that there's convection. If Ektar was here, they'd be arguing exactly that, like, how much value it brings to the table. And I've seen, like, they've pointed it out to me, and I'm like, okay, I can see it getting value. We'll see if that's going to be the case here. I wonder if it's actually just going to be picked up for a little bit faster into the Zerg wave clear, but we currently have channel in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud as they step further up on this point. Funk Panda in a bit of a rough spot, needing to get a Dwarf House out of there, but I don't think they have one. They could go over this wall right over here, but Galaxy Quest is probably going to chase them as well, and they just like, I'll just try and body into this. That was a bit of a rough spot right there for that Murden, but they go down. That will be first blood in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud. And now Falstad in this top lane barrels over the wall as well. Going to be going to the updraft, not updraft, into the hammer gains at level 4, so going to be having that auto attack healing coming out from them. And typically we see that with the auto attack based build with the Seasoned Marksman, because you are increasing your base damage with that, so you're also going to be increase your base healing because you're 20% of the damage dealt to the primary target. So if your auto attacks are buffed, then that works out really well for them. Me personally, I like the static shield because of the fact that it's just a little extra shielding, a little more, it's a little bit more of a buff or a band-aid, if you will. At least the way that I consider it. Convection's always unlucky, but I meant Kaleo's ad. Oh. Do you get to make your own ads when you're partner? No, I don't think I do. But I feel like I should just make my own ads and just play those regardless. And just pretend like they're the main ads that Twitch runs. Maybe Zul felt bad for the right. Oh, he died. I was just kidding. Charge so far going over back in favor for the members of Few Loose Screws, and that was also going to be Gul'dan finishing that Pursuit of Flame sub 5 minutes in this game. Going to be able to get that 10% range in, or excuse me, that radius increase. Going to be able to poke out a little bit further with that one and try and get some damage out right there. But this is going to be Galaxy Quest stuck in this corner. Funk Panda once again in the same spot as well. They are going to try and step further forward onto this, but no one going to be going down just yet. 7 Talonteers rounding the corner, and I want to jump to the top lane, take an eye at what's going up there. But the thing is, there's constant like brawling down here. Up in top, it's like a little back, a little forth, a little back, a little forth. Falstad going to be coming up here, going to barrel roll over the wall. Seems like they want to try and deny it. Well, Malthael going to take a lot of damage right there. Do they have the ability to get out? They're, ooh, wait. Oh, they were just trying to at least get a 1v, or like a 1-to-1 trade. Lose the Malthael, lose the Arthas, but Arthas will be able to be a big thick boy, and he's going to hearth out in top lane. Falstad will continue to soak up here. Also, they are going to be having the 10 stacks of Eternal Hunger already finished out. Really good, able to finish that out very early. Ferret going to be thrown away down in this bottom lane. Currently going to be holding this over in favor for the members of Few Loose Screws. The higher you rank in Twitch, the more thingies you're allowed to do. Give me all of... Nope, I'm not going to say that. Infinite Loop is going to be in a bit of a rough spot, and Anduin will be going down. Another kill going over in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud. They are on a roll in this game number 2 on Raxus Hold On. This is also to note, this is the map choice for the members of Few Loose Screws. Galaxy Quest going to be back into this top lane. We do have 22 stacks on them. Convection sitting at 8 stacks on this Kel'Thas. A bit of a feels rough moment here, as they're not going to be able to at least finish this out just yet. Granted, it's only 6 minutes into the game. They're just playing it super slow, super safe, and they're doing the exact same thing on the opposing side. Yo, Carson! Thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. I would totally watch Bandit ads. Oh, we'll make Bandit ads, that's for sure. Tonight's stream is brought to you by Totski Pills. You can't go hard in game, you can go hard in real life. I love that whole ad that they did on Heroes Heart. That whole Totski the Totski Pills thing. Like that whole bit is so good. Alrighty, we continue to have this back and forth in bottom lane. It seems like the members of Team Happy Cloud are going to be able to get the full channel in their favor, and that will be first Zerg Wave, mostly in their favor. Infinite Loop taking so much, and Anduin is going to try and stay alive, but they end up going down, as it's 8 to 9 in levels, 0 to 4 in our kills, and Zerg Wave mostly in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud, with the side of Convection for defense. Huge concussion mine, but it's going to be on a Joanna, so they're not going to be able to bank too much onto that, so they'll just kind of ignore it and go for the clear into this lane. Meanwhile, in top lane, just want to note this really quickly, Malthael still pushing into Red House, but this is going to be cleared very, very fast by... Oh, actually, Red House is going to be taking a lot of damage. I know there's a push down in bottom lane, but that on the minimap, it looks really spread apart. Ragnarok, are they going to be able to get enough soul ripping? No, that's not going to be the case. Meanwhile, in this top lane, we do still have the Guardians and all of these Zerglings dropping... Or the... Hydralisk, there we go. And so that's a new thing as well. The bile drop or the, I think I have that right, but you'll see the drop come through every so often from the roach slings. We're gonna jump in the bottom lane. I just want to try and highlight this really quickly while it's up and available. So that's what it's gonna be. I think it drops every 7 seconds from the Guardians as well as the Ultralisks. I don't know if it's per or if it's just, you know, every 7 seconds so long as there's the Ultralisk or the Guardian still up. But I think that's it if I'm not mistaken. We are to our 10 talent tiers, so let's go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. As we can see, our 10... Syndragosa, hello! We're going to be trying to take the game with that. Horrify comes out, but there's a Riptire into the backline. Can they find someone low enough? Doesn't look like it gets much value right there, as that's going to be so much damage going out, and Malthael gets picked off immediately before they get anything into this. That's going to be the Syndragosa coming out as well. They're looking for Funk Panda, who did get the Leap of Faith pulled onto them. They do have that Avatar form as well. Huge Divine Star going to be coming out as well. Funk Panda just trying to get the passive to kick in, and the third wind will be there as well. Falstad with the flight, the gust into the back of the friends, and that's going to be them diving forward. Galaxy Quest going to be able to make it out of there alive, but Infinite Loop, I think, is going to be the trade out during all this. Okay, there's no way. Oh my god, Infinite Loop makes it out alive, and they only lose their Malthael during all of that. That is huge for the members of Few Loose Screws, not to be able to stagger out deaths like that. They still don't have a kill of their own to speak of, but we'll see if they're going to be able to do that later in the game. Oh, that's going to be the last Rat's going out onto Ferret, but here... Oh... They chase so deep for that, and Infinite Loop is going to pay for it as well. So while they didn't get the kills in that chase, they are going to be able to pick up the kills here. And now with the 2 members dead, they're saying, this is a boss, we got to go onto this. This should be going into top lane. Now, I caught a Braxis holdout game where I've always understood it as it goes to the most well-defended lane, meaning the most structures. And we had a bit of an oddity where like the bottom lane technically was more well-defended, but it went through top lane. And I couldn't figure out why, so this should be going top, and it is. Maybe it was a minuscule bug or something. Not too sure about that one. How they survive, I'm not sure, but they end up... It was so weird because they survived, and they're like, all right, let's turn around, let's try and go for a last right stack. I'm like, it wasn't necessary. Like, you definitely could have just backed off, taken the hit on the boss probably, and then at least get everyone kind of back in position and ready to go. But either way, everyone's back up. Last rights is up in 6 seconds. Let's see what they're going to be able to do here, as this is going to be objective number 2 popping up in 10 seconds. Boss is going to be cleared out in top lane, going to be opening up the front gate, and that's just about it. The nice thing for the members of Team Happy Cloud is this is the next lane for their Zerg wave. You can see that on the minimap, little red icon in the top right over there, meaning so the next objective will be coming in through top lane, and there's no front gate for the defense, so that will be pushing right in. Arthas has the bottom lane. They have the channel up here, and so they're going to be moving forward, and they want to stall this out. Going to get at least 24% right now. Oh, Arthas. Oh, wait. Arthas with the Sendragosa flank. Sendragosa comes through, connecting into quite a few. Brett Michaels taking a lot of damage as the Gus pushes the enemy team kind of into Brett Michaels. Holy Word Salvation is used kind of in time right there. Blessed Shield coming out, as well as the Malthael and the Junkrat do go down. Horfy comes out as well, and Infinite Loop looking a little rough, and 10 kills to 0. The members of Team Happy Cloud look like they have found their stride, and they are bringing it in game number 2 on Braxis Holdout with their 10 kills to 0. But it's Heroes of the Storm. It's anybody's game. 18 stacks on this Kael'thas as well for the Convection. Wow. Slowly working through those Convection stacks for Kael'thas. Oh, they won't be able to get anything with that. But the top lane fort does go down. We do have Zerg being stalled out at 68%. I think the Hotch developers should have put at least, because it always goes up by 2%. This should have been the only spot where it goes up by 1%. Just saying. For the memes, we're going to start our Benny Hill music as the teams are going to be rotating between these lanes, just back and forth, getting the channels and the counter channel, I guess you could say, onto these beacons. Malthael will be getting the scout out onto this, and they know that they are going for the siege camp for bottom lane. It's a bit of a rough spot for ooh, nice Stormbolt to check the bush right there, but this is going to be so much damage onto Anduin. And sorry, but your dad's not going to be able to save you this time, bud. Right? That's the lore. Varian just saves his son all the time. I honestly don't know. I just like dogging on Anduin. We do have Galaxy Quest at the channel on the top lane, and the beacons will be coming through. This should be Zerg wave in favor for the members of Team Happy Cloud, and I gotta say, from game 1 to game 2, they are putting it on. Like, they're putting on a show for us right now. That's at least an easy way to call it. Let's see. Does anyone have a non-questing talent? There we go. So Zerg wave through top lane. Looks like they're gonna ignore the bottom lane. It's just gonna be the Hydralisk for now. Or excuse me, the Ultralisk. Hydralisks are these buddies. All right, it's 13 to 13 in talent tiers. They've got at least the same talent tier. Malthael going to be going for Shroud of Wisdom. Okay. I don't feel like I see that too often, but I guess with the blow up that they're bringing to the table, they're a little bit afraid of it. Riptide going to be coming out from the Junkrat. Going to explode kind of in the front line. That's going to be Syndragosa locking down some of the towers. A lot of damage onto Ragnarok, who does get the Leap of Faith, pulling them out of there. That's going to be the Junkrat going down as the Horfy went out as well. See, Holy Word Salvation was proc, but it immediately goes down as Infinite Loop is so very low. The keep is well, it's locked down for now, as they also have this huge Zerg wave coming in. And it seems like the members of Team Happy Cloud are going to be able to step up onto this core. Can they take the game? I think that Team Happy Cloud is going to be able to take us to game number 3. That timers are low, but I don't think that they're going to be able to do enough. Like, Ragnarok, I don't think has enough damage to try and get anyone low enough. That's going to be Lacerates onto Red House, who does not go down in time to even get the stack, but that still is going to be the core falling way too rapidly, and that's going to be game number 2 over to the members of Team Happy Cloud. They even it out. GG. Well played. We go to game 3. It's fine. They have convection. Come back and coming. About that. Yikes, dog. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, while we wait and find out what the map is, I'm going to show talents really quickly. I just want to make sure that Bandit has water in the kitchen because that's way more important than stream. So we'll be right back. I just won't be talking for a second. Excuse me. Okay, alrighty. We're all back. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for waiting. He had enough water, but I just filled up his dish anyways. Alright, we even it out. We know what map we're going to be going to, so let's go ahead and get it ready and in front of your faces. I need to grab you first. Observer, set to roughly this. And first pick, yeah. One by them, and then let's get our... That's going to be picked by them, and that's going to be the map. Awesome. Galaxy Quest OP, only way to beat Convection. So, I thought I heard Convection's a very good talent. What's everyone's thoughts about it? I like it if you can finish early. If you finish late, you lose a lot of value. I'm just trying to be silly. Yeah, no, it's welcomed. It's definitely welcome, Sam. Convection is fine, but it's not Mana Addict is the problem. Y'all being surprisingly reasonable, because that's what we do in this channel. Like, we all get, like, memes are memes, and we don't have to sit here and argue until we're blue in the face about how we're right and you're wrong. We're here to have fun, and we're here to watch Heroes of the Storm. And if you want to sit there and act like a know-it-all and a butthole, this is not the stream for you. We're here to have fun and make jokes. Like, I played on the lower ranking of this game for a very long time, and still kind of do. Like, I think Azmodan's a great hero. I know how easily he can be countered and how, like, there are so many better heroes, but this is a stream where we encourage Cho'Galls and Azmodans and Murkies and all that kind of stuff, so... We're just here to have fun and watch some good games. Get Swerve, thank you for joining the server. I appreciate that, my friend. Okay, so I'm just making sure I'm not missing, once again, just messages and stuff. Teams are... I have new friend requests. Hopefully I have enough room for them. Convection is bad and you should feel bad. There you go. All right, we have the goings, so let's go ahead and give them a spooky worm. I just got friend requests from like everybody who's currently playing. I don't know if I have enough room. Okay, I have enough room. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna get going into this. Game number 3 is coming at you. We've got everything ready to go, and let's get into our game. I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Welcome back, everybody, okay, I did update everything in the background. We are in our game number 3, our final match of the evening. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for cheering, for subbing, for following. Thank you for being here and supporting the stream and supporting this wonderful community. I love you all, and thanks for being here. Like, seriously, it means the absolute world to me, and I'm glad that I can bring you such wonderful games, and I hope you enjoy the quality of the production that I bring to the table, because that's my goal. Like, I want to bring a solo high-quality production matchup. Oh, I need to fix this because it's not doing the draft loop for me, and I don't know why. Oh, because I didn't have the right button. There we go. And if you're at home and you're sitting there and you're like, Bahamut, why are we on Battlefield of Eternity? It's because I can't hit the right buttons, and so let me explain to you why we're on Battlefield of Eternity. The home team this evening is going to be Few Loose Screws. They won the coin flip and opted for first pick in game number 1. Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines were the bans coming out from them. Team Happy Cloud banned Devil Sky and Alterac Pass. Towers of Doom was the first map chosen by them, and they lost that. Few Loose Screws, or excuse me, Team Happy Cloud wanted first pick for game number 2, so Few Loose Screws decided to take us to Brax's Holdout. They lost that, as Few Loose Screws then chose first pick priority for game number 3, and Team Happy Cloud decided to take us to Battlefield of Eternity, a pretty good place to end our final set of the evening. Okay, draft loop is there. We got our draft. Chen going to be banned out once again. Ana Greymane going to be removed from this game as well. Do we see any sort of priority onto the race, like a Hanzo, Vala, or any of those things? It's going to be Tyrande. Tyrande does offer quite a bit of value when it comes to a bit of the racing, in the sense that she does have the Huntress mark, which is going to be a great way to reduce the shield on the Immortal so you can race a little bit faster. There we go. Too much tea. Too much tea I chugged. Wow. Apparently we're getting mush mouth as the night goes on. But let's see here, as we do see a... There's the, like, this is what I was talking about, like, priority onto the race coming out right now. You ban out the Greymane. Like, Hanzo does get value, but Vala's actually starting to bring it back a little bit. Like, she's popping up here and there. Do they go for the early Hanzo themselves, or are they just like, all right, well, they got the Vala, like, they won't go into double range. Like, they're not going to go Hanzo Vala. So maybe they can wait a little bit further on that and lock in their main tank. Something like a Joanna isn't horrible here. Her blinds are extremely powerful. They maybe go into a Cassie if they really want to mitigate some of that damage. There's the Joanna, and actually a Sylvanas with some push power. Okay. Sylvanas' push power with the Immortal can be in, like, it can scale. You can go from just getting a front gate to getting a whole fort during your first push, because of the fact that she can mitigate so much of the damage that goes onto the Immortal. And it's not like Tomb of the Spider Queen or I think it's Tomb of the Spider Queen is the only map where the objective loses health over time naturally. Like, I don't think Alterac Pass does. I don't think Garden of Terror does. I think Tomb of the Spider Queen is the only map where it slowly loses health. I might be wrong on that. But Thrall Arthas on the left-hand side, they're going to be picking up this Arthas once again, and I really liked it in the last game. I also do like the way they're playing this, because Thrall can solo lane, Arthas can solo lane, the Arthas can main tank, Thrall could be in the 4 stack, you don't know, and so this is kind of throwing a little bit of a wrench into the draft situation. Granted, they don't have a support, so the safe thing to do is ban out a support here. Something like an Alexstrasza, a Stukov, Rhaegar, all of those are strong healers. Anduin will be banned out as well, because we did see that Infinite Loop had a decent amount of healing from the Anduin, and a couple of those good Leap of Faiths in there as well. Woo! What do we get ban-wise? They need a solo lane potentially, and they also need... I would say, get rid of the Hanzo here. Get rid of any sort of race you're afraid of. Hanzo's a good option. They're actually going to ban out the Stukov. They don't want to deal with the silence from the support. Okay. They might have more information than I do and know that there's a really good Stukov player, but me personally, I'd be leaning into getting rid of the race potential from them. I really like the idea of just banning out the Hanzo right there, but I would say if it's open and available, go for it here. They could go into more blinds if they wanted to. They could go into Artanis for the solo lane as well. This is the one map where we do see it, Ariel and the Hanzo. So they got a battery generator. Wow, she is a tiny little model with that skin. Compared to Hanzo, he's a big old boy. Last 2 picks going to be coming out from the members of Few Loose Screws. It's easy Cho'Gall. No, they need a support, and they're going to need a potentially main tank or a solo lane, depending on what they want to go for. I'm trying to think, like, off the top of my head, every single support. I like the idea of a Rhaegar here, potentially. That works out pretty well for them. And then... So it's Imperius for the solo lane, Arthas is the main tank. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, do we solo lane Arthas? Do we solo lane Thrall? It's going to be solo lane Arthas. Excuse me, main tank Arthas, solo lane Imperius, and now they know what the solo lane is going to be. Do they grab like a Leoric here? Leoric kind of works with this composition. They could go for Malthael if they want a little bit more damage. I kind of like the idea of the Malthael because it also works well in the race potential as well. Yeah, I really like this draft between these teams. Oh my God, big scary duck! Cow! 8 is infinitely standing up, so yeah, finger.
End of the world. Subscribe.
Cacao, 8 is infinity standing up, so yeah. Bahamu 1 FG less than 3.
I've never thought about it that way. How do you know it's not main tank Imperius? Because they're not because they're not talented. No, I'm just kidding. I would say this, like, that sounded really rude the way that I said that, but I don't think a lot of teams are playing like outside roles often. Also, like, I'm looking on who's on what, and we're getting some role changes here, so I might be wrong on this. I was assuming it's going to be main tank Arthas, but it definitely could be solo lane Arthas. Because I'm seeing who's on what name, and I'm like, oh, look at that. I'm just honestly going by what I typically see in these games, and so that's what I'm going to bank on for my knowledge. But let's go ahead and get on into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Few Loose Screws. We're going to be having Infinite Loop on the Imperius. We're going to be having Ragnarok going to be on the Arthas. We have Lompico going to be on the Thrall. Akash will be on the Vala, and Funk Panda will be on the Rhaegar. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Team Happy Clad. We're going to be having a pause from our Delta. Back to Bandit. Apparently Sylvanas, not the player, is going to be having... they've got a little bit of an issue right now with one of the players. Might just have a little connectivity at the start, so... I just don't want the fun to end. But seriously, once again, thank you so much, Big Scary Duck, for the Tier 1 subscription. I appreciate the support. Well, I guess we're sitting here. If you do enjoy the stream, you enjoy the content you see, you enjoy the emotes that are available on this channel. If you do want to support the channel, this is probably the 1 month where I'll probably bring it up the most. I personally hate talking about it a lot because it feels a little like, I don't know, like I'm not the biggest fan of talking about this always, but like Twitch subscriptions, they're going to be half price. So it's very, very cheap to get yourself a subscription to this channel and check out the emotes and see how you like them. If you want to bring them to other channels or mix them into anything that you also already have. But it's also 50% off. And guess what? Streamers get the full value. It's not like they're 50%ing our value. Remake Tournament, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. When is Bandit going to be added to HOTS? I don't know, but they need to. Oh, stop being so... Oh. This is serious. Since Bandit has found independence via Twitter, I assume it will be happening soon. Let's go ahead and get back into the game. On the left hand or on the right hand side, we got the members of Team Happy Clad. We're gonna be having Red House on the Malthael. We have Brett Michaels going to be on the Joanna. Ferret will be on the Sylvanas. Delta will be on the Ariel, and Galaxy Quest will be on the Hanzo. Let's go. Okay. Emotes, yeah, finger guns. I honestly gotta say, like, probably the best emote that I could have made for this channel was finger guns. It is the best thing to, like, I'll go to other people's streams and, like, I'm subbed to them and I'll throw a finger gun at the end of, like, their emote and I'm like, that looks good. That looks very good. I'm very happy about this. I'm proud of it because, like, I made it myself and it looks okay. I tried to make other emotes and they look like trash. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into this, as we do have Crash Lightning coming out from the Thrall right there. Doesn't look like it's anything too out of the ordinary otherwise, as we do have the solo lane matchup going to be between the Imperius and the Malthael. We're going to keep an eye on them a little bit here. As bottom lane, yeah, that's cool. That's the standard. Oh, look at the wraparound coming out from Lompico. Just trying to work on these stacks, so if they're throwing the chain lightning from behind the team, it should jump from player to player, you'd hope. But if they play within the minion wave, there's a higher % chance that it will just jump to a minion instead of a hero that they're not standing by. So it's little things like that. Like, take that into your game. Like, if there's a Thrall that's going into Crash Lightning and you see them kind of walking around and trying to flank the team to get those out, make sure you're playing maybe a little bit higher on the map and higher in the lane. See, Lompico's now coming up here to do exactly the same thing. That's going to be the Frostwall thrown out. Ferret taking a lot of damage. Nice Attainment Strike coming out from Delta. Make sure that no one steps further forward onto them. That will be a Howling Blast onto them as well. Going to get that healing out. We do have 1 minute 40 into our game, so we should be seeing teams maybe break off and go for their for either of these bruiser camps or maybe even a siege camp for now. But infinite loop, yeah, so this is the siege camp I was talking about for the bottom lane, and this is actually where some fun's gonna be breaking out because they're gonna be trying to fight over this on either side. Oh my god, big scary duck, that is so good. Totski, how you doing, Totski? Thanks for coming by. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I saw you playing some viewer games earlier. I was catching some, and then I thought about signing up to join in, and then I was like, I gotta take a nap. I'm so tired. My body hurts so bad. Like I was complaining to you about how bad my body hurt from doing housework over the weekend and being in the attic and stuff like that. Like I like got up and ate dinner, and then I was like sitting on the couch, and just my back just started like hurting insanely bad. And I was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna lay on the floor for a bit. But big scary duck, that's such a good combo. I love that so very much. And yes, Kaleo best mod. Containment strike into the wall right there. They aren't going for repeated offense, so they're not going to be picking those up to get the increased, not duration, but distance that you can get that whip into the enemy team. We are going to be seeing the Immortals spawn in the next couple seconds, and I really like the way that they're playing these Shaman camps, and I highlight this in a lot of streams, and we'll highlight it in this one as well. You want to try and grab these Shaman camps a little bit later, so that way you can force the enemy team to have to respond to the lane. And look at this, so them grabbing a little bit later as the Immortal pops up means that they're going to be leaving their own camp on the side of Team Happy Cloud and responding to this bottom lane. Meanwhile, you also do have the Imperius and the Thrall, who are now going to be going and working on the Immortal, trying to get the burn onto that. Vol gets the Vault right out of there, and that's a nice Howling Blast out from Arthas as well to deny them from stepping further forward. They are going to be sitting at 16 out of the 20 stacks for that Frost Presence at level 1, and 41 stacks out of the 150 for the Frozen Wastes. Yes, because Frozen Tempest is the actual ability. I always flip those two around. This is going to be our halfway phase going over, and let's actually get some vision. Let's go to Imperius and get the vision for the members of the blue team, as they are going to be going for a defense, it looks like. Brett Michael's going to be stepping up onto this as well. Ooh, if they can find someone here, that'll be big for them, but it's a little bit split right now. Akash is actually just going for the race. And I don't know, this is a bit of a rough spot. Imperius is still hanging around their own. They actually should be trying to go for the defense as Rhaegar does go down. They wrap around and they get the Celestial Charge, but now they get Detainment Strike into the wall, and they do have a decent health pool, but they actually probably should be able to take down Imperius here, yeah. That's a weird wraparound, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. You'll all float too? Where did you get that, Big Scary? We need to play together sometime? Yes, please. Where did you get you all float to? Is that a promotional thing for it? It's just a good looking emote. I'm assuming it's two emotes next to each other. God, that's so well spliced. Still Sorry, I was reading what Kaylee was asking, and just Chatski's response is so good. Just pretty good, still attached. Immortal pushing up through the top lane, but they end up using their Sylvanas push power in the bottom lane to get some split pressure, and this is exactly what I was talking about in the draft. Sylvanas being able to lock down this tower, you get so much value. I was thinking that they would pair into the Immortal, but they're going to use this as a distraction and push into this top lane, or into this bottom lane a little bit faster, and confirm themselves a bottom lane fort, meaning periodic catapult pressure as well as passive experience gain in their favor. They'll break off and go for the siege camp down this bottom area. Let's go ahead and cycle through some of the numbers, as we'll get 10 talents here in just a moment. On a scale of this to that, that's a thick booty, Big Scary Duck. That's a thick booty emote. I think the middle one's Yuna, isn't it? I don't know the left and the right ones. We do see that they're stepping further forward on this. They're getting a lot of good slows as well. That subdue was picked up by the Joanna, who's going to get that 80% slow if they hit 2 heroes, or they complete the quest if they hit 4, getting the 80% slow always, no matter if they hit 2 or just 1 or 3. So that's and like you just saw the value right there. That 80% slow. I mean, we've all encountered the Earthbound Totem, or Earthgrass Totem, I think it is, the 16 talent tier for Rhaegar. I'm now doubting my own ability to remember talent numbers and names, but that 80% slow from that is a nightmare to deal with in some situations. But this is going to be top lane slowly whittled down. Ragnarok taking a lot of damage. They do get the Howling Blast off and forcing them back a little bit right there. And Arthas will be getting picked off. I'm trying to find someone without a questing talent. So they the members of Team Happy Cloud, like, they looked a little shaky in game 1 and just put on the pressure in game number 2, and so far in game number 3, going to take down 2 forts before the 7-minute mark, roughly. And I say that they look shaky in game 1, but let's not discount the fact that it was 22-3 health on that Towers of Doom game, and they took it down to 4-3, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering it correctly. So it's a big thing to note. Like, that's a huge highlight for a team to be that low in game 1 and then start to bring it back, and then to be looking this confident, or looking that confident in game 2, or looking very confident in game 2, and then this confident in game 3, hitting their 10s a solid level ahead of the enemy team, and also having 3 kills in their favor. Let's see what they pick up for 10 Talontiers. I'm assuming it's going to be a Last Rites for that Malthael, Wailing Arrow for the Sylvanas, Crystal Aegis for the Ariel as well, as we get another fight breaking out. Detainment Strike into the corner, and that's going to be a pick onto the Rhaegar so very quickly here, just catching them out of position. And now they say, this is our objective. We grab this, and we try and burn through this as quickly as... Coffee Club Butt, Una Butt, and Imoran Butt. Oh, Imoran Butt. I always say her name wrong. Their respective orders. Thank you, Big Scary Duck. Those are some good-looking butts. Oh, I shouldn't have said things like that. 10 Talontier is going to be right around the corner, as they will be able to have that for the I would say this is going to be a defense, because Arthas is trying to get some damage out of this, but they're not going to get... Hold on, Wrath of Angiras, hello? Sundering... Yeah, this is pretty much... The only oddity here, I would say, is going to be the Wrath of Angiras. I think Angelic Armament's just so powerful, being able to get the armor right there, and then also to be able to have that burst of damage potentially coming out and taking out a player. Let's see. So they're going to be in the lane with the Immortal. I want to jump over to the vision for the red team, and I want to see how they're going to be pushing up and what they see as well. Top lane does have that catapult wave coming in as well, so they're going to be having that in their advantage. Brett Michaels and friends will get the quick wave clear right there. Immortal sitting at a very high shield. The other thing to note too is look at the shield. That little glow around them means that's the shielding up and available. That's going to be the centering coming out from the Thrall. Hanzo with the arrow onto a couple. Vala in the backline putting in a lot of damage. That's going to be the Aegis coming out as well. Gets a little bit of damage. Funk Panda so very low. Last Rites connects onto them. They get 1 stack for that Malthael as they try and trade out, but Sylvanas is going to be going down. Vala traded out, so still will be said trade. Delta is going to be picked off here. Michael is trying to make their way out, as I think they're also trying to finish the questing talent at level 7, and Arthas gets picked off. Meanwhile, the Immortals still pushing in onto this. Now they're setting them. Oh, that's a really good Celestial Charge. They find themselves a pick onto the Hanzo, onto the Joanna. Red House, I don't think you're going to be able to survive through this, and they spray. And all they're trying to do right now on the side of Red House is distract the Imperius from getting any sort of clear onto this, so that the Immortal can potentially take down the keep. The race that they have right now should be quick enough, especially with Vala back into this, but this is going to be a very, very low keep, and they might be able to backdoor it at some point during a preparation phase for the Immortal. There we go. Because that's when a lot of teams will actually try and just sneak it, while one team is like, all right, I'm going to go set myself up out of this point and get ready, so that way we can posture for the objective because they've won the first 2. And then the enemy team just goes, we know that you're probably going to, or at least we're going to bank on you trying to do that. Let's go ahead and try and take out your keep. Div A is the same as Division 1? I would say so, yeah. I would say, oh, I knew it was coming. Thank you, Kaleo, for the clip. Yeah, I would say Division 1 is like Division A, if you're considering the Heroic Division to be like S Division. Though I do hold S Division a little bit higher, mostly because of the fact that it just has the monetary end to it, and the players that I've seen playing within S Division as well. Hanzo with the arrow, there's a Wailing Arrow right before that as well. They have the Army of the Undead, or the Army of the Dead being popped. That's going to be Thrall going down, but they trade out of Malthael. Wrath of Angiras will be pulling Infinite Loop, or excuse me, Brett Michaels out of that fight as they lose the Rhaegar. Detainment Strike into the wall. Ragnarok trying to make it out, and Imperius goes down. That's going to be the Arthas as well. A 4-for-1 trade, as Vala is the only one up and available. And while they could rotate into bottom lane, they say, we're here, we're in top, let's open this up. We've got a catapult wave coming in with us as well. If we get the next Immortal phase in the next 30 seconds, well, excuse me, it's going to be announced in 30 seconds, that will be going into bottom lane. It works in the same premise as the boss on Brax's Holdout, where it will be focusing in onto the most well-defended lane. So if they don't actually get this top lane keep, I would say that the Immortal should be prioritizing the bottom lane as it does spawn, but I think they're going to stick around and try and go for this. This is a little risky. They don't, yeah, this is a little risky. There was also going to be the spinny shooty ult that I can't remember ever off the top of my head. That's going to be the stray from the ball right there. This is a lot of damage coming out onto Lampico and friends. They get the Thrall. Can they get a Kosh as well? They find themselves the Rhaegar. They find an Arthas once again, and this could be the end. Wow, Hanzo with the arrow. Like they don't technically need Immortal here. They could try and end. 4 members down. They've got a slightly good wave behind them, and then another one is just going to be halfway through the map. But Brett Michaels should be able to anchor for the friendly team. It's 16 talent tier to 13. It's 5 to 16 in kills. I'm just now realizing Wrath of Angiers to pull the Malthael away and just get that stun. And this is just going to be continued damage into this, but they don't have enough quick damage into the core, and they won't be able to end it right there. They actually... If they weren't going to be able to end like that, I would have said maybe rush towards the Immortal, at least get that first phase in your favor. But 14 to 16, they're going to have this fight once again into top lane. They're a little bit low on health for a couple of players. They do have the cleanse Hanzo with the arrow once again. I think this is more of a Hanzo arrow to stun and back them off. Woo! Malthael out of mana, yeah. What a great back and forth, though, from those players. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. I go to grab my cup of water, and I'm not allowed to drink it, apparently. Ancestor Healing will be coming out in time. Detainment Strike into the wall as well. This is going to be Crystal Aegis, going to be getting a decent amount of damage onto a couple of those players. Ragnarok so very low, excuse me, is not going to be able to make it out alive, and they go down right there. And now Ferret is not... oh my god, I can't believe Ferret didn't get picked off right there. Akash. Shield Glare won't kill them, but Galaxy Quest coming around the corner. They get the pick right there, and now they say the Immortal phase is not necessary. We can end now. That was... yeah, the GGs are actually already being called as well. Level 13 is quite low death timers, but might not work. Yeah. They actually end up getting another pick right there, and that is going to be the game going over to the members of Team Happy Cloud. Really, really strong 3-set coming out from them right now, but this is going to be the core going down and the game going over in their favor. GG. Well played. Whew. All right, let me get a message out to the captain and see if one player wants to do an interview, and then we'll get that potentially set up. But don't go anywhere. We got a couple things that we got to housekeep on, and then I'll host you over to another great streamer. Hey, Chaotic Order, thanks for sticking around, buddy. Let me actually get a message out because they're showing offline right now. But let me get a message out to another player. Bum 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 bum. Oh, okay. They're actually online. There, come on, whisper to Delta. Oh, okay. Alrighty, let me just mess with that. Show stats once again. And at this time, I'm going to be joined by Brett Michaels. How you doing? Congratulations on your Game 3 victory.
Yo, what's up, Bahamut? How's it going?
It is going very good. I am so ecstatic about that game that we just had. That was so much fun. Let's talk about this. Game number 1, we go to Towers of Doom. And I wouldn't say they had your number, but it was 22 to 3 core health. And you lose it, but you take it down to 4 to 3 in core health. Can you talk a little bit about the communication coming out from your team in that moment where it's, you start to get this momentum, you start to bring it back on Towers of Doom. It's, they could have taken boss, they could have fed in 3 sappers, they could have gotten 1 altar, it would have taken you out at any point. You talk about your strategy and how you communicated?
Yeah. I mean, so that's the thing about Towers of Doom. It's, it's always a map where you can late comebacks are always possible. And just once you reestablish map control, especially in that bottom lane. So we won a good team fight, and we're able to just kind of snowball for little ways and give them a good couple fights.
It was really, it was such a good set. Like I had so much fun with that game. Now let's transition into game number 2. We go to Braxis Holdouts, their map choice. Ooh. And I wouldn't say you bodied, but you definitely put on the pressure. What was it that changed from game 1 to game 2? Was it you're warmed up, the synergies are there, you guys finished your 40s, what's up?
First Alarak game of the day happened, and we warmed up, and it was all good. I think it's just, getting in the comfort of just playing it with the team every week again. Braxis, we haven't played that map yet, so that kind of threw us, and we had to kind of go back and say, yo, is there anything these guys play? It's kind of you got to prepare for that map.
Okay.
So I think being able to adapt to kind of the draft and have the global pressure of Falstad was really helpful in that second game.
It was such a fun game on Braxis Hold On. You guys really put in the pressure consistently, and then we go into game 3, Battlefield of Eternity. The momentum from you is just astronaut. Like it's huge. Like you put on so much pressure, and you really never let up. Did it feel like that in the game, or was it just like, all right, we need to do these things to keep the pressure going?
Like once you can establish some type of pressure, it's just you got to keep that hold. Shout out to House for driving the macro train tonight. That was sweet. Comms were crazy during that third game. Yeah, it was a really good series series all the way around.
No, it was such a fun series to watch, and so there's so many great things happening, and I'm glad to see you all taking that series right there. Before I let you go, any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours, my friend.
Of course. So of course, shout outs to the whole team, our extensive Team Happy Cloud roster, and then special shout out to our team mascot, VCR player. He couldn't be with us here today, but shout out to him. Thanks so much, Muhammad.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for the games. I can't wait to see you further down in the Nexus Gaming series or wherever else I catch you.